How many times have you changed outfits before leaving the house, only to still feel wrong in what you chose? How many events have you dreaded, not because of the event itself, but because you had no idea what to wear? And how many years have you spent at war with your own reflection? This silent struggle that we carry, this daily battle with our closets, our bodies, and our confidence, it's exhausting. And the worst part? We suffer through it alone, convinced that everyone else has it figured out. But here's what I've learned. Almost every woman feels this way. The difference between the women who look effortlessly stylish and the rest of us isn't money, isn't body type, isn't age. It's knowledge. Knowledge of rules so simple, so foundational, that once you learn them, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. So let's end this struggle today, once and for all. In this video, I'm sharing the essential dressing rules every woman needs, timeless principles that work for every body, every budget, and every age. No confusing fashion jargon. No unrealistic standards. Just simple, practical guidance you can apply starting today. Before we jump in, if you're ready to finally feel confident every time you get dressed, subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a style secret. Now, let's get into it. The architecture of you. Let's begin with something I call the architecture of you. Close your eyes for a moment and picture a stunning building. Not just any building, one that takes your breath away. What makes it beautiful? It's not random. There's balance. There's proportion. There's intentional design that guides your eye exactly where it's meant to go. Your body works the same way. It is your personal architecture, and understanding its unique structure is the first step to dressing with confidence. Here's what most women get wrong. They dress for the body they wish they had instead of the body they're living in right now. They hide. They apologize with fabric. They fight against their natural shape instead of working with it. And it shows. It shows in the way they carry themselves. It shows in the way their clothes seem to wear them rather than the other way around. The truth is, there's no such thing as a problem area. There are only areas we haven't learned to dress yet. Your body has natural lines, a visual rhythm that's entirely your own. Some women have longer torsos. Some have shorter legs. Some carry weight in their midsection while others carry it in their hips. None of this is good or bad. It simply is. And once you understand your personal architecture, you can begin to dress in ways that create visual harmony. The goal isn't to create an illusion or trick anyone. The goal is balance. You want to guide the eye gently, creating a sense of proportion that feels effortless. If you have a shorter torso, high-waisted bottoms can elongate that area. If your legs are shorter relative to your body, pointing your hemlines and shoe choices in the right direction can work wonders. If your shoulders are broader, softer necklines can bring equilibrium. This isn't about hiding yourself. This is about framing yourself. Think of it like hanging a beautiful piece of art. The right frame doesn't distract from the artwork. It enhances it. It draws your eye in. It says, look at this. This is worth seeing. You are worth seeing. Your body, exactly as it is today, is worth dressing well. So study your architecture. Stand in front of a mirror without judgment and simply observe. Notice where your natural waist falls. Notice the width of your shoulders compared to your hips. Notice the length of your legs relative to your torso. This isn't criticism. This is curiosity. And curiosity is the doorway to transformation. Once you understand your architecture, shopping becomes easier. Getting dressed becomes faster. And that exhausting cycle of trying on outfit after outfit finally begins to fade. You'll start choosing pieces that work with your lines instead of against them. And that, my love, is freedom. The chromatic compass. Now, let's talk about something that can instantly lift your face or quietly drain it of life. I call it the chromatic compass. Have you ever put on a certain color and immediately received compliments? People telling you that you look radiant, that you're glowing, that something about you seems different? And then have you noticed that other colors seem to make you look tired, washed out, or even unwell, despite being perfectly healthy? This isn't coincidence. This is the power of color. And most women are wearing colors that fight against their natural coloring instead of illuminate it. Here's what you need to understand. Your skin, your hair, your eyes, they all have undertones. These undertones are either warm, cool, or neutral. When you wear colors that harmonize with your undertones, something magical happens. Your skin looks clearer. Your eyes look brighter. You appear more alive, more vibrant, more you. But when you wear colors that clash with your undertones, the opposite occurs. Shadows appear where there were none. Your complexion looks dull. And no amount of makeup can fully correct it.
Think about it.
You could be wearing the most expensive, beautifully tailored dress in the world. But if the color is wrong for you, something will feel off. You might not even be able to name what it is. You'll just feel less confident, less radiant, less powerful, and that feeling matters. Finding your chromatic compass isn't complicated. Start by observing. Which colors do you consistently receive compliments in? Which colors make you feel alive when you catch your reflection? Which colors seem to erase the evidence of a sleepless night, and which ones amplify it? A simple test is to hold different colors near your face in natural light. Notice how each one affects your skin. Does it warm you up? Does it cool you down? Does it create harmony or discord? Trust your eyes. Trust the mirror. The answers are there if you look. Now, here's where many women make a critical mistake. They see a color trending everywhere, on runways, in stores, on social media, and they assume they should wear it too. But trends don't care about your skin tone. Trends don't care about your undertones. Trends are designed to sell clothing, not to make you look your best. You must be wiser than that. Build your wardrobe around the colors that love you back. Yes, you can still experiment. Yes, you can still step outside your comfort zone. But let your most worn pieces, your foundational items, be in colors that make you glow. Life is too short to wear colors that dim your light. When you find your colors, when you discover that palette that feels like coming home, getting dressed transforms. You'll open your closet and everything will work together. Everything will harmonize. Because you built it with intention. You built it around you. The whispered fit. Finally, we arrive at the most overlooked rule of all. I call it the whispered fit. Here's a question. Have you ever seen a woman wearing something incredibly simple, a plain white shirt, classic trousers, nothing remarkable, and yet she looks absolutely stunning? You couldn't quite explain it. There was nothing flashy about her outfit. Nothing particularly special about the pieces themselves. And yet she looked expensive. She looked intentional. She looked right. The secret is fit. Always fit. Forever fit. The most beautifully designed garment in the world will betray you if it doesn't fit properly. And the simplest, most basic piece will elevate you if it fits like it was made for your body. This is the great equalizer of style. This is the difference between looking like you spent a fortune and looking like you're drowning in your clothes. I call it the whispered fit because when clothes fit perfectly, they don't shout. They don't demand attention. They simply work. They move with your body. They hug where they should hug. They release where they should release. They're almost invisible, not because they're not beautiful, but because they become an extension of you. The clothes stop being the focal point. You become the focal point. Most women buy clothes that are too big, hoping to hide. Or they buy clothes that are too tight, hoping to prove something. Both approaches fail. When clothes are too big, you don't look smaller, you look lost. You look like you're wearing someone else's wardrobe. And when clothes are too tight, you don't look slimmer. You look uncomfortable. You look like you're fighting against fabric all day long. The whispered fit is about finding that perfect middle. That place where the garment acknowledges your body without gripping it. That place where you can move, breathe, sit, and walk without constantly adjusting. And here's something that will change your life. Tailoring is not a luxury. Tailoring is a necessity. That dress that almost fits? Take it to a tailor. Those trousers that are slightly too long? Take them to a tailor. That blazer that gaps in the back? You know what to do. A few small alterations can transform a $10 thrift store find into something that looks custom-made. Stop waiting for clothes to fit perfectly off the rack. They rarely do. Even models and celebrities have their clothing tailored for photo shoots and events. The difference between looking put together and looking disheveled often comes down to a few centimeters here and there. Pay attention to the shoulders of your tops and jackets. They should end exactly where your shoulders end. Pay attention to the hem of your trousers. They should graze the top of your shoe, not bunch at your ankles. Pay attention to the waist of your skirts and pants. They should sit where they're designed to sit, not higher, not lower. These details seem small, but style lives in the details. Elegance lives in the details. That polished, effortless look you admire on other women? It's built on a foundation of small, intentional choices. And fit is the foundation of all of them. Invest in fit. Prioritize fit. Obsess over fit. Because when your clothes fit like they were made for you, something shifts inside you. You stop tugging. You stop adjusting. You stop worrying. And you start living. That's the whispered fit. Silent, powerful, transformative. So there you have it. 3 rules that seem simple on the surface but carry the power to completely transform the way you dress and, more importantly, the way you feel when you're dressed. Understand your architecture. Work with your body instead of against it. Find your chromatic compass. Wear colors that make you radiant instead of drained. And pursue the whispered fit. Choose clothes that honor your shape without shouting or hiding. These rules aren't about being perfect. They're not about following trends or spending money you don't have. They're about coming home to yourself every single time you open your closet. They're about ending the daily battle and finding peace with your reflection. You've spent long enough struggling in silence. You've spent long enough believing that style was some mystical gift handed to everyone but you. It's not. It's learnable. It's achievable. And it starts right now. If this video helped you, share it with a woman who needs to hear it. Drop a comment below and tell me which rule resonated with you the most. I read every single one. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and join this community of women who are done struggling and ready to thrive. I'll see you in the next video.